Okay, I messed up and I have no brain. So I had to do a 25-minute vlog over again. Yay! My life and its many, many problems. But, alright. Seeing how this is a video game vlog, let's get this show on the road. This will probably be my last vlog for 2016. Thank God this year is ending, because, ugh. But, so I want to start off by talking about Silent Hill, because a little bit last week and a little bit, maybe not this week, but a little bit last week, I watched Silent Hill 2 over. I watched Homecoming over, which I don't know why the hell I did that. Hold up. Thank you, Truckosaurus. Usually my neighborhood's quiet, but there's all these trucks going past because I guess they got to deliver shit for the holiday. But I watched Silent Hill 2, Homecoming, which was a hot damn mess, which when I watched it originally wasn't that bad. And then I watched it recently and it died. It died tragically. It just was like, ew. So I could see why, excuse me, Silent Hills, when that was going around, why everybody was real wet for it. Because if you look at Silent Hill Homecoming, it's just like, but then when you look at that, it's like, oh, hey, that's a pleasant surprise. Good. They're getting their shit back together. But here's the thing that I discovered in watching, and I watched PT. I watched somebody replay PT because I hadn't seen that in a while. So here's the thing about the whole PT thing, because I know there are a lot of people who are really, really, really doing what I call PT simulators these days. And here's the thing why it needs to stop. I'm trying to get my tablet together. The thing about PT that y'all don't understand was Silent Hill, for as weird as PT was, here, let me close these blinds and a smattering. For as weird and wonderful as PT was, it eventually ultimately made sense that it was like it was the way it was, because yes, you're going around in this loop in this house, and eventually you end up going outside, and that's when you see you playing Norman Reedus and la di da. But here's the thing: when you find out you're in Silent Hill, all of that looping and weirdness, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. It makes zero sense, no sense when it's just, oh, here's a house, here's you walking in a house, here's you experiencing weirdness in a house and blah. No. It makes sense because you're in Silent Hill, and Silent Hill likes to fuck with people's minds, and that's the end result. People's minds just be blasted and just all from up. So I understand people kind of want to capitalize and rebuild on the love. That was Silent Hills. You can't do it. It's not going to make sense in any other vein when when you're not in a town that's like Silent Hill. Like, even if you want to be like, okay, well, we can't do Silent Hill, of course. So how about we just have somebody fall into like a wormhole or like an alternate dimension? You kind of got to set that up. You got to set that up in advance. You can't just drop somebody in a fuck the bells and be like, oh, well, yay, this is what's happening to you now and blah. It's like it needs some build up, and we have had years of Silent Hill and have years of Silent Hill lore and years of Silent Hill build up. Sorry, I gotta get my tablet together because I gotta read some nonsense off of it. So that is why none of these Silent Hill or PT simulators really work, and why I'm getting kind of disgusted with it. And no, I'm not the only person getting kind of disgusted with it. I've heard people before talk about they don't really like the whole PT simulator deal where you're just walking around a house for no good damn reason other than to experience jump scares. Yeah, and that's why it doesn't work. So you got to build up to that. You can't just come out the gate. Oh, we're doing this because there wasn't no PT no more. So this is what we're doing. No, you got to build up to it, and it's not going to work any other way. So maybe this will be a stepping stone if somebody watches this and they'll be like, okay, yeah, I can see she has a point. So let me not do that. Let me figure out how I'm going to build up to creepy house with fucked up visual shit in it. So thank you. Please stop doing that. It would be helpful. So find another thing to use because it's becoming a trope, and it's becoming an annoying trope, and really it needs to stop at this point. So I don't know. There's that. I bought recently, changing gears, I bought real recently this game that's been out for a minute. It's called Slain Back from Hell. And I love this game, but this game is just ridiculously difficult, and I'm like getting my ass handed to me every time I play it. And I don't play games. I used to play games. I used to throw down on games. I don't know what the shit happened to my gameplay abilities, but they just kind of die, and it's just kind of sad because I was struggling to get off the first part, and I was just like, damn it. Do you know what the first trophy you get is when you playing it? It's called Get Used to It. When you die, it's Get Used to It. I'm like, oh, Jesus, I'm in for some shit now. I'm fucked up all the time. I'm getting fucked up all the time, just like some of the time. So I have to figure out a strategy, because like I figured out yesterday how to kill this monster. It was called the Executioner. Oh, and execute my ass, he did. It was sad. I got my head cut off once. I got fucking sliced in half. It was sad, and I just kept dying, and I didn't know what to do. So I finally beat it. So I had to figure out that I can't, if I don't need, I don't know why my brain was like, if you don't need health, don't take the health thing. So I was always taking the health thing when I didn't need it, because I'm an idiot apparently. So I finally stopped taking it, and then I finally was like, don't take it, just go back, and if you need it, use it. So that's what I did, and that's how I was able to partially get off that first part. Then another executioner thing came up, and I had to coax it to fall in this sludge that's like a one-hit kill. That was so beautiful when I figured it out, because I was like, come a little closer, come in the juice. Oh, and he tried to juke the juice too. I was like, oh hell, you ain't getting that juice. So he ended up going in the juice and dying, and it was better for me because I was gonna get fucked up. I gotta fight it again, and I'm gonna get fucked up on it. So on that second part, I'm not looking forward to, because I had gotten up there and I was like, oh man, it's another one of these dudes up here. And then I was trying to find a way to make him fall off the platform, but he wouldn't fall, and he ended up cutting my head off or some shit. And I was like, God damn it, this is why I can't have nothing. So I don't know. I'm just like, I love this game. If you're looking for something that's like classic Castlevania, like Symphony of the Night Castlevania 3. If you're looking for something like that and you like those kind of games, that is your game. Just be prepared to get fucked up a lot. So, you know you win for some shit when the first trophy when you die is Get Used to It. They just letting you know. They even let you know in the trailer. It was like soul crushing bosses, and like they showed dude dying. I'm like, I don't know why I want this game. I'm getting real fucked up, and true to form, been fucked up. But it's good, and I still want to play it. It's one of those games, like, it's frustrating, but it's not so frustrating you want to rage quit. It's just, like, you want to keep going, and you want to persevere. So, it's not a rage quit one. It's just, like, let me think of another way around or some shit. So, I'm going to play that when I go back up in the room in a bit. But that's a good buy. It's on the PlayStation Network. It's $15, roughly $15. I have did some shit, and it was $11 for me because I don't know what the fuck I did, but I did something stupid, and I had money in my PlayStation account, and it was like $12, but it's really $15. But it's a good $15. It's not one of those things where you buy it and it's $15 and you wondering what the shit you did with your life and money. It's actually worth it. Since I'm talking about like stuff, dead stuff, because there's a lot of ghosties and stuff in Slain. Dead Rising 4. Man, if Capcom wants to use that as their throwaway series, I am quite content with them using that as their, because I think I'm done with Dead Rising, because let me spoil it all for you if you haven't played it. Basically, that dude that was the reporter dude for the first one, it's like, I like him, but I don't like him. He's kind of an asshole, but he's kind of funny, and it's just like, I don't know if I like you or want to punch you, but he gets dragged into like a situation, and then like they think he caused like a terrorist thing at somewhere, and basically he saw that the government was making new zombies that were immune to that Zombrex and that zombie virus from them cows, from them zombie cows in the first one. So they were creating new zombies to create zombie slaves. What the fuck did? What are we doing? What is? I don't know. Like, what was it? Like, you have zombies on a farming. What are we doing? Zombies aren't like zoo animals that you can train. No, they're monsters that will eat your face off if they had a free moment. But I don't know. They were making zombie slaves because of reasons, basically, and they went to have them in like a farm, in like zombie farms. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what this was supposed to be. And I figured this out in 15 minutes. Because I was like, pretty much when he went in there with the girl, that he went in there in the very beginning opening, I'm like, oh, the government is creating stronger zombies and they're going to be immune to that zombie virus. By the second part, they had said everything that I said. And I was like, there you go. And I was like, and I had jokingly said when I was watching it early on after they mentioned it, I was like, what are they trying to do? Create zombie slaves? Then later, way later on, they were like, oh, we're creating zombie slaves. I was just like, oh, Lord Jesus, why? So, and that was a joke. And then they seriously made it part of the plot. I was just like, I'm done. I don't know what I need, but no, that's no. And bye. And I kept falling asleep on it. It was bad. But my brother, when I asked my brother about it, he's like, oh yeah, Dead Rising is kind of a mess. So I was like, all right, fine. But if Capcom was to use that as their BS throwaway story, I'm fine with that. Especially because they've been BSing around with Resident Evil for way too long, and if y'all would have turned that into some BS, that's fine. Because I think that's what people expect out of Dead Rising anyway, is just BS. And I still say it's weird because, like, I guess all of this takes place between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I know when the zombie outbreak, the second one occurs in Willamette, Colorado. Like it's during Black Friday, and like people are turning into zombies because they rebuilt that mall that he was in the first game, and I don't know. I'm still like, how many people live in Willamette, Colorado? That's a small town. It might be a town of maybe 100,000 people. It was like 8 million zombies in that town, and it's like, what are we doing? So I don't. Like, you should be able to clear out a section every now and then. So, whatever. Dead Rising need to stop. Dead Rising need to kiss my ass. Because Dead Rising is a mess. I was shocked and appalled. Especially, darn, I got water on my glasses. Especially considering I was joking when I was like, oh God, they're probably trying to create zombie slaves. And that's what they did. Oh God, Capcom, you just caused me an intense amount of agony every time. So, I don't know. Zombie slaves. Well, the only twist I can say, the one thing that actually shocked me was at the end that Frank dude, he and like two other people are trying to get away on this helicopter. Of course, the two people making on the helicopter, he's holding on to like that bottom part of the helicopter, and these zombies are climbing up him, and he's like, well, I guess I have to sacrifice myself, and he falls and like gets eaten to death, and that was real horrifying, but it didn't scare me, which was kind of weird. I would expect that to have tripped me out something terrible, but it didn't. But like, he dies and gets eaten to death, and then the girl that she did kind of cause all of that, but the girl who had caused all of this bullshit, she goes off and tells the rest of the story, because he's telling the story up until his death, and then she takes over the story, and then it ends, and ew. Dead Rising, please just no more Dead Rising, because it's bad, and it's not helping. So, next up on my topics is the Resident Evil movies. And this fan movie I saw the fan movie is called BioEvil. And I am so opposed to this title. I can't even talk about it. Occupant Malice. I will give you Bio-Evil, folks. Occupant Malice should be what your movie is called, because Bio-Evil sounds weird and kind of stupid. I'm sorry to talk shit about your movie, and I know you're working hard on it, but by Occupant Malice, please call it Occupant Malice, because that sounds cool. So, and you don't have to give me any credit for it. Just be like, oh, we came up with that by ourselves, because you'll know that I know you didn't come up with that by yourselves. So, but anyway, it's a fan movie called Bio-Evil that like they had a Kickstarter. The Kickstarter failed, which made me kind of sad because it's looking kind of good. And I had seen Bio-Evil going around. When did I see that going around? There's a channel on YouTube that I kind of watch here and. Excuse me, I'm burping again. I kind of watch here and there called the Salazar, something. I'll post a link to it. Network, or the Salazar Productions, and he had little vignettes of what the movie was going to be. And I was like, oh, okay, this looks pretty good. Oh my God, I will support this. I haven't supported it financially yet, but I wanted to talk about it. And then when I get some extra cash, which God only knows when that'll be, I wanted to support it a little bit. But they have, I think, a GoFundMe, which if I find that, I'll post that in the description. I'll post their Facebook in the description. And I think they have a GoFundMe, but I really want this fan movie to do well, so that's why I'm talking about it, because it looks better than, oh, Jesus, hold on a moment. Sorry about that, shit, where was I? What was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. Either way, I really want to support them, because it's not like those Paul S.W. Anderson movies. When are people going to learn to stop listening to that? Can we just agree to put him on a boat and just have him in the middle of international waters? No one ever talks to him. Like, he sees other boats, he tries to flag them down, and they just like, oh, that's him, and they just sail around him and don't ever go to him, because he need to be banned from society for all those Resident Evil movies. And then this last one, I still don't know what the fuck this last one is. They're supposedly going back to Raccoon City, but it blew up like 9 movies ago. They're bringing back that dude. There was the crazy scientist dude that was making all them Mila Jovovich fucking clones in the 3rd movie, even though they killed him 8 million years ago. What the shit is going on? We don't know. And the fucked up part is, I'm probably going to see this. If I don't see it in the theater, which I'm avoiding like the plague, I'm probably going to end up getting it on Deadbox, aka Redbox, and be sad at, again, the choices that I've made in my life. I don't even know. But Bio-Evil, it's a fan movie. It's almost, I don't know how true it is to the game, but it looks really good, and I think it should be supported, and it should probably, in fact, it's not even a probably, it will be better. And that's what brings me to Sunny point number 3, the George Romero movies. I got an article recently that was like, why didn't the George Romero Resident Evil movies ever happen? And basically, they were like, we don't want your movie. Whoever the studio and probably Capcom were like, we don't want your movie. And because they wanted it to be more action oriented, which was what the fuck them stupid fucking Paul Anderson movies were. And just no. And I'm not saying that the George Romero movies were perfect. They weren't. They were by no stretch of the imagination perfect. Like, Chris wasn't a member of STARS. He was somebody dating Jill and was a Native American. He was dating Jill. Jill was a member of STARS, but for whatever reason, Chris was her cover, but she wasn't undercover, so why would Chris be her cover? Because she mentions in the script, because I found the script, and then some dudes from somewhere had did a table reading of it, like, last year. But in the script, she's like, Chris was my cover. And, like, he wasn't your cover because you weren't undercover. So, what the fuck are you talking about? But that was a little weird. Barry's black, which is kind of cool, but still kind of weird because Barry's like some redheaded Viking-looking dude. I don't know. But you had Wesker, you had Barry, you had Brad, you had Rebecca, you had like even Enrico was in it a little bit. He gets killed kind of dumb. You had like Forrest and Richard, I think, were in it, and they get killed kind of stupid. So you had like characters that were established characters. You had the mansion that was established, and you didn't have fucking Mila Jovovich running around wet and naked. I'm wet and naked. Ew, look at me. Like, oh my god, please just fucking stop. So I really wish they had did the Romero movies. Yeah, it had its issues. Yeah, it probably would be dated as fuck now, but it would be anything. Me throwing up in a toilet for 2 hours, footage of me vomiting for 2 hours is better than a Paul S.W. Anderson movies. Oh my god. Please stop. I'm so glad they're going to be done with them because I'm fucking sick of looking at the movies. I'm tired of looking at a wet naked Mila, whatever the fuck her last name is, because it's ridiculous. And they need to stop, and they need to put that man on a boat and have him in the middle of the ocean with no human contact whatsoever. Because I'm sick of looking at his fucking movies. I'm sick of the shit. So, and I will be eternally sick of the shit because he's just, And since I am on a Resident Evil type discussion for the last part of this, there is a game coming out. I don't know when, I don't know where, but it's in the air. It's going around. It's in the ethers basically. That is called Daymare 1998. And this has such an interesting story, and I just had to talk about it. Daymare 1998 is a game developed by this Italian studio. I forget their names, and I apologize. They had came out a while ago with a remake, upgraded version of Resident Evil 2. And it was such a fan hit that Capcom, I guess, ultimately decided, well, I guess we better remake this. Please don't remake it because you're not really good at these things because your director, Shinji, is gone from Capcom and you don't have direction and you're going to fuck it up. Period. You're just going to fuck it up. So that's happening, and that's probably going to get fucked up, but whatever. What do I know? So, and I know it might be good because Resident Evil 7 is probably going to be good. Yeah, I know the argument, and I don't trust Capcom as far as I can fucking throw them. As far as I could see without my glasses, which ain't very far. So, they had done that, and it was such a hit that Capcom decided they were going to redo, Resident Evil 2, and they invited them, actually. They gave them credit for making this little fan game that was so successful that they invited the Italian studio people to go visit Capcom. So, and they, after that had happened, the people that were at the Italian studio were like, well, we're not going to redo Resident Evil 2 now, so what are we going to do? So herein comes Daymare 1998, and it looks so good. Oh my god. It's like the classic third-person view, because I'm really getting kind of tired of first-person view horror games. I understand why they do it, and my best friend was like, they probably do it because it's cheaper, because then you don't got to pay for people to be doing motion capture and all that shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably true. You just got to pay for somebody to be, oh, I'm a hand model now. But I'm getting kind of sick of seeing first-person horror games. Like, it's nice, but you could at least give motherfuckers the option of playing in first-person or third-person. That capability is possible. They did it in Metal Gear Solid 4, which is a last-gen console. So if you can do that in MGS4 from a PS3 like 6-7 years ago, why the shit don't we have that now? But whatever. So they're coming out with Daymare 1998. I don't know when it's coming out. I will post a link to all their stuff as well in the description. And that's what's going to be going down because that is looking kind of hot. And I haven't seen anything looking that hot in a bit. Like, everybody's wet for Resident Evil 7, which is fine. I'm still kind of like, I just came to the realization I don't think it's the right game for me. But I'll still watch it. I'm just not going to buy it. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to Daymare. That's just looking real cool. It looks like Resident Evil meets kind of like a Dead Space-ish kind of situation. So, we will see what that's talking. I don't know when that's coming out though. That's like still in the works, but who knows? It might come out sooner rather than later. I don't know. But that's really all I have for now. And I don't know if this might be the last vlog of video game vlog, at least for 2016. Thank God this fucking year is ending. Oh, let us never speak of 2016 ever again as long as we live. We might not be speaking of anything else, but either way, let us never speak of this year ever again. We just could say it didn't, dramatization may not have happened. So, if I do a vlog next week, which I doubt I will do one next week. No, I'm not going to do one next week. I got everybody coming over to my house for the holidays, so that's out. So this is it for the 2016 year. So I will see y'all on the flip in 2017. So happy holidays, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy other winter solstice, because today is the first day of winter. And I will catch y'all in the new year. Later.